Hello, my name is Orion from TCG FlightSchool. We want to invite you to follow along as myself and my trading partner Jordan learn and apply technical analysis on our journey towards profitability. If you'd like to join in on the discussion and learn technical analysis with us, check out our Facebook group, TCG FlightSchool, for more information and content. We hope you enjoy our daily trade recaps and technical analysis videos. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get on with the technicals. Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, it's been a while since I made a video. I've been pretty busy and I haven't actually been trading that much. I've been mostly just watching the markets and doing some studying. So, but kind of some things are going on here in my trading accounts. So I figured I would share with you guys and see if you can learn something and see where my head is at. So, as most of you know that are following along, I picked up 2 longer-term positions. I've accumulated and started buying shares in these companies because I feel a bit of long-term fundamental growth, and I'm buying them based on the technical analysis side. So to start off, I bought some shares in CHV and SL, 2 Canadian MJ tickers. I originally bought 4,000 shares of CHV, and I've just bought another 2,000 shares of CHV. Again, this is about last week, and also I picked up some shares of Supreme SL, 900 shares at $1.50. What I noticed with Supreme was if you draw some lines on the tops of these green candles on the daily, and I took a trend line off of the bottom of the red candles on the daily, I started catching a narrowing consolidation pattern going on here, kind of consolidating mostly under these 2 moving averages, staying in the RSI right kind of in this neutral zone here, and just kind of getting tighter and tighter, not really breaking through them, not really long wicks. Not a lot of price action. The volume has been declining slower and slower over the day. So with kind of any narrowing pattern, at the end of it, you're going to get a breakout or a breakdown. So that's what I was looking for. And my breakdown levels were 145 because those were the bottoms that were being put in. And the tops were, aside from this top at 154, we were seeing tops at about 150 all the way through. So as soon as I really started seeing this tightening up, I watched it, and today it finally broke down. It did close yesterday underneath my bottom trend line. I wasn't too concerned with the close under the bottom trend line because it did come down, it tapped 145 and ended up closing at 146. But today it opened up underneath my trend line and then it proceeded to just kind of sell off, and it came down here to 145, and as soon as it broke that, I ended up selling my shares at 143. So a 7-cent loss per share on 900 shares plus commissions. It's about $70 loss on this. Nothing huge, but I was able to get my money back and avoid more of a loss. So we've got a Marbozu bearish candlestick has closed on this day with a low of 141. I'm also expecting this to open probably in the 140 141 region and see a possible decline tomorrow with bearish volume possibly increasing. We had a little bit of bearish volume increasing here today. On the 5-minute chart, we saw a bit of increasing bearish volume into the close to put it down at that low close. So, pretty ugly chart on the 5-minute. Not a lot of volume on the day. I think it had 500,000 shares traded on the day. Let me see. Yeah, 545,000 shares traded on the day. So not a lot of volume in this stocks right now. These high candles is 1.38 million. This big bearish candlestick was 2.7 million. So everybody's really waiting for SL to get their license and whatever kind of big things John Fowler has going on with the company and to see where it takes it. It obviously has made some big moves and is completely affected by this sector, but it kind of does its own thing as well. It does have a similar kind of trend and sympathy that follows the MJ sector, obviously with the big moves, but then it starts to get into kind of its own patterns that I've noticed around watching this throughout the months. So anyways, I'm out of SL. Feeling good that I took the smaller loss and I mitigated it only 2 cents for now, but if this thing keeps going down, I'll be very happy. I will be looking probably at an entry in the 130s. I believe my 200 moving average right now is sitting at 138. I don't have it on this chart. I do have it on another chart that I'm looking at. So we'll see what happens in the future. So I did take a position in RTI today. I noticed that RTI had made a big move over the last week, 2 weeks here. I didn't take part in this move because I was tied up in those other positions. But today I noticed that it did put in a bounce off of this kind of 61-cent level, which has been a really major player in this stock's lifespan since its inception, really. So we've come up, we put in a top of 161, 162. So yeah, 60 cent to 62 cent has been a real major player. And then again, we top. We came in here, and as soon as we broke out of that, we came down, we back tested again. This looks like it was a back test. Yeah, the low of 62 cents. And then we were off to the races here, came down again, tested that 62 cents, dipped under it on that big dip on the Spicer comments, came up again, bounced off the 61, 62, 60 cent levels, broke under it, came up, couldn't break over it, acted as resistance. We came down, and then as soon as we broke out of it again, we took another big run up to 80 cents. So here we are, we've come back down, we back tested 62 cents, and we came up and we closed over top of my 9 moving average on the daily, almost put in a nice hammer candle on this daily chart, and then we ended up cooling off the RSI a little bit today as well. So I ended up grabbing 1,000 shares at 71 cents, and we ended up closing at 71 cents as well. So I jumped in right before the close, and what I also noticed is I was watching the level 2. This is my level 2 on quote stream. I jumped in, don't know if my order is on here, but anyways, I jumped in somewhere around here, 3 o'clock. I don't see it. Anyways, from 3 o'clock kind of onward, we saw some pretty good buying action, and we got into this quarter to 4, and we really saw a bit of buying action ramp up from a few different brokerages. So nothing crazy, but 15,000, 13,000, 10,000. Some bigger share sizes. Obviously, these are all kind of accumulating for these accounts. I look at the TDs; these are accumulating for these accounts. These are probably accumulating for those accounts. The speculation that those are all going in the same order, but going off by they were all different sellers. This guy here was probably grabbing, what did he grab? Looks like he grabbed 20,000 shares, 15 minutes before the close. So just seeing that was nice. There was a 100,000 share seller right here. He disappeared right after the close, so we'll see where he goes. Maybe he bumped down, but it's pretty thickly loaded up here at 80 cents on the level 2 on the sell side. That doesn't always mean anything. These people pull them, they start to move them up. It all depends. But looking by the charts, I'm feeling very confident that we will see some upward movement in this tomorrow. Obviously, 60 cents is the get out of jail card, and so to speak. You want to bail out of that right away. So those are some things that I'm looking at, and that's my new position for the week. That's Friday tomorrow. So if we see a nice big move up here, I will take anywhere from 5 cents and up profit on this trade. 1,000 shares, that would be $50. So I would be happy ending the week. It's a smaller account again. I look for 50, 60, 70, 80, $100 trades. My main focus is really kind of spotting these support and resistance levels and watching how this stock moves and reacts to it and reacts to the kind of lines that I draw on the chart. So that's what I got. Again, if you guys are enjoying my videos, like and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to comment below. Always open to answer any questions. And I'll try and put out some more daily watch lists and get some more content going out in the following week. All right, have a good night.